Imagine that day, the 12th of Rabi al-Awwal, in the 11th year of the Hijrah. The sun rose over Medina as it did every other day, yet this day was different. So different, in fact, that before the sun set, the world would lose its greatest human being. For 14 days, the Prophet of Islam ﷺ had been burning with a fever. Yet despite his illness, he would ask every day, "Is it time for prayer?" Even in his intense pain, his only concern was for his community, his ummah. Were they on the right path? That night, resting his head on the lap of his beloved wife, Aisha radiyallahu anha, he repeated the words, "Allahumma ghfirli warhamni." O Allah, forgive me and have mercy on me. When the Fajr adhan echoed through the air of Medina, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam seemed to gain new strength. With a frail hand, he pulled back the curtain and looked toward the mosque. He saw the companions lined up, ready for prayer. At that moment, his face lit up like a full moon emerging from behind the clouds. "I must go to prayer," he said, and tried to stand. Aisha radiyallahu anha tried to stop him, but he insisted, "No, let me go. Let my last presence in the house of Allah with my companions be one of dignity." What a magnificent sight! Leaning on the shoulders of Ali radiyallahu anhu and Abbas radiyallahu anhu, the beloved Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam walked slowly, each step seemingly saying, "I will finish my duty before I go." As he entered the mosque, Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu began to step back from the prayer niche, but the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam gestured for him to stay where he was. He sat beside Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu and performed the prayer. But this prayer was different. The companions sensed that this might be the last time. Their beloved Prophet's voice was unlike before, slow and profound. He remained in prostration for a long time. The companions wondered if he might have passed away in that very position. But no, he arose, and as he lifted his head from prostration, the look he gave his companions was filled with boundless love, gratitude, and a hint of farewell. After the prayer, he spoke. His words were different, each one like a precious pearl. "O my companions, you are dearer to me than my own life. I pray for you. May Allah protect you. Love one another and stay united." Then he delivered his timeless message. "I am leaving you two things, the Book of Allah and my Sunnah. If you hold on to them, you will never go astray." As he left the mosque, he looked back once more. That look was a farewell gaze. It was as if he was saying, "O my beloved mosque, O the center of my life, I may not be able to return." Back in his room, he lay down on Aisha radiyallahu anha's lap again. He knew his time was running out, but he continued to think of his ummah. In the afternoon, his dear daughter Fatima radiyallahu anha came. She leaned her head close to her father's ear and he whispered something. Fatima radiyallahu anha began to cry. Then he said something else. This time, Fatima radiyallahu anha smiled. Later, it was revealed that he had first said, "I will be leaving you today." The second time he had said, "You will be the first among my family to join me." As the afternoon wore on, his condition worsened. He kept repeating, "Allahumma a'inni ala sakaratil maut." "O Allah, help me through the pangs of death." "Rabbi ghfirli warhamni wa alhiqni bir rafiqil a'la." "O my Lord, forgive me and have mercy on me, and join me with the highest companion." Late in the afternoon, his breathing became heavy. He raised his forefinger toward the sky and said, La ilaha illallah Muhammadar Rasulullah. With his finger still pointing to the heavens, he became still. The greatest man on earth, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, had returned to his creator. Aisha, radiyallahu anha, could not believe it at first. She touched his forehead and it was cold. She cried out, "Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un." The news spread quickly. Wails of grief filled every house in Medina. Umar radiyallahu anhu rushed to the mosque, shouting, "Whoever says that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is dead, I will cut off his head. He is not dead, he has gone to speak with Allah." At that moment, Abu Bakr radiyallahu anhu arrived. He looked at the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, kissed his forehead and said, "You were beautiful in life and you are beautiful in death." That day ended, but its lessons still shine brightly in the heart of every believer. The Prophet's final day teaches us the fulfillment of one's duty until the very last breath, concern for the ummah even in the face of death, complete submission to Allah, last words of advice to those he loved. Even today, when we hear this story, tears come to our eyes. But those tears are not just of sorrow, they are also of pride. Pride that we belong to the ummah of that great man who thought of us even in his final moments. May the blessings of Allah be upon Muhammad and the family of Muhammad.